Hey, I'm Scott Clancy, leader and coach. I think the world needs better leaders and coaches. I want to learn how to be both. Today, I want to talk about how to lead and coach, especially by example, when you personally are struggling. Did a lot of research on this, and I've pulled out tools from kind of all over the place. So here's my advice. 7 tips. 1, merely recognize that you're in that situation, that you're struggling, you being aware, that's going to be the first step. What helped me with this is a regimen of meditation and journaling, because it gave me a baseline that I came back to, that I would recommend. Some days I can't meditate today. Okay, I'm aware. So 1, recognizing that you're in that situation. 2, if possible, try to figure out why. And I go back to that, meditation and journaling help me in kind of being aware of those things. So recognizing, and tip number 2 is try to figure out why, what's around this, or at least identifying the factors that are contributing to your struggle in that situation. That's going to help. Might be, hey, listen, I'm tired. I haven't gone to work out in a few days. Whatever it is, there's factors, and some of those you can solve. So 2, if possible, why. 3, be honest with yourself about your own limitations, what you can do. This isn't just a self-centered thing. By being honest about your own limitations, you're also going to be in a position to set an example for those leaders that you're developing. So recognizing, figure out why. 3, be honest with your own limitations. 4, communicate with your team. That's communicating on the limitations, communicating on the fact that you're struggling with your team and your support net. So communicate 2 ways, with your team and with your support network. The team's not there to support you. You have a support network for that as a leader and a coach. So you're communicating 2 ways for 2 very different reasons. That's going to allow you to set an example for your team, know that limitations, be authentic with them, but it's also going to be able, by communicating with your support network, to facilitate your wellness as well. Okay, number 5, be gentle with yourself. All of the research shows that especially driven leaders and coaches will push themselves to the point where you're compromising your own mental and physical wellness before that of your team. You don't have to compromise or set the team. Being gentle with yourself when you're not in crisis, when you don't need to be, being honest with those limitations leads to you having to be gentle with yourself. Being honest with your limitations, if you're not going to be gentle and you're just going to bypass that and compartmentalize everything and carry on, that's not going to serve you well. Number 6, use your schedule to ground yourself. A lot of people don't think, hey, this is a mental thing, I'm struggling. Yeah, but go back to a tool that you use every day, which is your schedule. Set the intentions. Hey, listen, I have to take care of myself a little bit better. These are my limitations. You were honest with yourself. I'm going to be gentle with myself. Okay. Then by doing that in a pragmatic scheduling way, you'll be able to, okay, yeah, that is something I can handle. Be able to really operationalize that ability to want to lead and coach, but you know that you're struggling. There's an analogy here that a lot of therapists use, which is you have 10 pennies. That's your total energy that you can expend on doing other things other than taking care of yourself. By the time you expend those 10 pennies, you're done. You have to stop. Understanding that limitation as an analogy of when are those 10 pennies done up. My last piece of advice, number 7, is show up for that which you commit to. Now, so this is important. It's not just about, okay, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. That's important. You have to set those limitations and you have to use your schedule to ground you in that. But you also have to show up for that which you do commit to. So when you're being honest with yourself, saying, yeah, I want to do this, I want to set this meeting with this one individual, that's important to me. Then do that thing, show up for that. That'll be good for you and it'll be good for them as well. I'm Scott Clancy. I want to thank everybody who's been out there purchasing the book, Developing Coaching Leaders, and has left, reviews on Amazon. It's available in paperback, audiobook, at Amazon and Audible. Thank you very much for all of that. I'm Scott Clancy. I think the world needs better leaders and coaches. If you like what you hear, go to www.scottclancy.ca. Let's connect up, you and me. we can build better leaders and coaches.